Do you remember this? Those humble beginnings, the grind to get noticed, the absolute thrill of getting your first wristband. That was the heart of Horizon. It was a journey, a climb from nobody to a superstar. Now we get this instant fame, a garage overflowing with supercars from day one. In Horizon 5 we became a superstar so fast that we never actually felt the joy and the thrill and the satisfaction of earning it, or the journey that came along with this rise to fame. The game basically hands you the keys to the kingdom before you even know which door to unlock. For years, the community has been saying the same thing. Progression is broken, and that incredible sense of achievement has gone. But for Forza Horizon 6, it's confirmed they're doing the best thing possible. They're making us a complete and utter nobody again. And it's just a stroke of genius. Now, in the last video, one of you reminded me that there is now a new person at the head of the Forza Horizon production team, and I believe that he's leading us in the right direction. He's a gamer himself, and he's played these games, all of these games before, so hopefully he has understood what we wanted, as he is one of us, and he's going to give us exactly what we want. Let's be real, the opening of Forza Horizon 5 is a technical marvel. Dropping out of a cargo plane into a volcano, and then rocketing off in a Corvette and a hypercar is spectacular. But as the foundation for a 100-hour game, it's fundamentally flawed. It solves a problem that was never there, boredom, and it's created a much bigger problem, the lack of purpose in a game. Think about a story game, think of Red Dead Redemption. You start off in the middle of nowhere after escaping from some heist gone wrong, and you've got to build yourselves back up as a gang. And it just feels like there's something there, there's something to build towards. And in Forza, when you start at the top, there is nothing to do. You're already at the top. You can't really go any higher. And you can't drop down any lower. You know, you can't fail because you've already got everything. So it just seems like they rushed it too much, and hopefully this time they're going to fix it. When you are the superstar from the first minute, the entire reward system just crumbles. Think about it, in the first hour of Forza Horizon 5, you are the festival. You're gifted a garage of cars that in earlier games would have been endgame cars. This isn't just a pacing issue. It actively rips the value out of the very things you're supposed to be fighting for. What's the point of a 1,000,000 credit hypercar when you can already get 3 of them out of wheel spins before you've completed a dozen races? They become digital clutter. They all become boring. You can make 10 cars in an hour. You know, you can customize 10 cars with your infinite money that you can get from 3 races, 10 wheel spins. You know, out of one single super wheel spin, you can make 2 million quid. It just seems useless. There is no story behind that Koenigsegg you've just got. You just have it. There's no sense of accomplishment. The game becomes a car collecting game, which fundamentally is not what Forza Horizon is. The beginning of Forza Horizon, we take it back to Colorado. You start as a nobody. You build your way into the festival. You see all of these superstars flying past in their cool cars, and you want to be one of them. So you have to work, put the hours in to get to that point, to be one of them and join them. You don't start as it, which for some reason you do in Forza Horizon 5. Essentially, it's become a car collecting game where the collecting is meaningless because the effort has been completely stripped away. People have been talking about this since day one. Forums and Reddit are filled with people who unlock the Goliath race within a few hours, which is supposed to be the end game thing you unlock. You're supposed to complete the whole game first, and to them it felt like they completed the game basically as they started. They felt like they'd basically seen the whole campaign. This participation award feeling leaves you with a garage of hundreds of cars with no meaning, no stories, and no sense of accomplishment. And to be honest, most of those cars in the garage have 0 miles on them, and there's no reason to drive them. The game essentially gives you the conclusion at the beginning. It's like reading a book from the end of the book to the front, except you can't go back to the start because the whole book is the end of the book. It removes the one thing that makes any story compelling, the struggle. Without struggle, there's no growth. And without growth, there's no satisfaction. You start at the top of the mountain, and the only place to go is sideways. This instant superstar model has consequences that ripple through the entire game. It's not just about the cars, it's about the world itself. When you can afford any car you want and win any race from the start, what's your motivation to explore, to experiment, to get better, to get your hands dirty and figure it out for yourself? In the first Forza Horizon, your car was your key. Earning a new wristband didn't just unlock new races, it unlocked a whole new class of competition. You had to master that C-Class Volkswagen Corrado, learn its quirks and tune it just to keep up. You had a relationship with that car because it got you to the top. You had to climb up the ranks with that car. When you finally saved up enough to buy an A-Class, It was a monumental, hard-earned moment, and you almost felt sad letting your C-Class car go away, because it was your partner in crime up until this point. It's like leaving an old friend behind to go and explore further, because you can't bring them with you. In Horizon 5, that's all gone. The game is designed to let you race whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. But it kills the entire concept of a difficulty curve. Why spend hours tuning a D-Class car to be just as good as the rest, when I can go out there and get an X-Class car in the first half an hour? In fact, I'm even given one. So what's the point? The incentive to engage with these lower class cars is just gone, because there's no point if everybody else is using the best cars. Unless I'm the best in the world and I run a really harsh challenge, I can do it with half the effort, half the time, and I don't need to work as hard to get somewhere. They become checklist items for collectors to unlock the bigger cars, but you never drive them, not tools for your career. It also completely flattens the campaign, because there's no real rivals. There's no ultimate goalpost to push you. You're just surrounded by overly enthusiastic characters telling you how awesome you are, with zero friction to overcome to prove that you're that awesome. The festival sites expand so quickly that you never even have time to appreciate what you've unlocked. You aren't building a legacy, you're just checking boxes on a map. The community has felt this hard. Words like shallow, unrewarding and meaningless pop up all the time in discussions about Forza Horizon's campaign. Many players feel the game became more of a sandbox than a racing game with a career mode. What was your favourite starting car in a Horizon game? That humble machine you had to wrestle with for your first few wins? That connection is exactly what's been missing, because we don't get that in Horizon 5. What was your favourite first car? Oh, the Koenigsegg Agera. It does everything I want it to do. That's not the point, you're supposed to fight. But now, this is the solution. But what if Forza Horizon 6 did the exact opposite, and we went to an even more extreme scale than Horizon 1? What if, instead of being a superstar, you were a nobody? Somebody who's come to watch the superstars? A tourist? You're even lower than when we were in Forza Horizon 1. You're this whole new person. This is precisely the decision that Playground Games have confirmed, and it's set to fix everything. The setup is brilliant. You arrive in Japan as a tourist, you're not a racing legend, you're an outsider with a dream of being a racing legend and being part of that Horizon Festival. This completely reframes the journey. You have to prove you belong with the best. And how do you do that? By bringing back the single most requested feature from previous games. Wristbands with a meaning. Now we know wristbands have been in the last couple of games, but you don't actually know how you got them. There's no story to how you got them. Whereas in this game, they're bringing them back and you have to earn every single one of them from the ground up. Playground has confirmed that even to join the festival, you don't just drive to it in the cutscene, you have to qualify to be in the festival. You have to do countless races with other people in awful, almost like hypercars that you get from an airport. Once you're in, from there, your journey is all about rising through the ranks, earning new wristbands to unlock faster cars and tougher events. It's a fundamental restructuring that reintroduces the climb to a more extreme scale than we've ever seen before. This zero to hero progression is a genius move. First, it instantly gives value back to the cars, starting with lower class JDM classics or even humble K cars to navigate the dense streets of Tokyo. Means you'll spend time with them, learn them, and appreciate the moment you can finally afford that upgrade. The 550 plus cars at launch won't just be a list, they'll be a ladder to climb. You'll start at the bottom car and you'll aim for that top car with that new heightened class. Second, it makes the world of Japan an active part of your progression. The map is confirmed to feature world-famous landmarks and diverse regions, from the urban sprawl of Tokyo City to the scenic mountain passes. In fact, Tokyo City is the largest urban environment in a Forza Horizon game ever. New event types like Horizon Rush, thrilling obstacle courses set in locations like the Tokyo City docks, are tied directly to leveling up your wristband. Exploration is no longer just for bonus boards, it's a core part of making a name for yourself and completing the game. Third, it provides a true, meaningful endgame. The ultimate goal is to become a Horizon legend and to be known by everyone. And the reward for that achievement? Access to Legend Island. This is a confirmed exclusive region of the game, a locked zone with its own unique events and tracks, reserved only for those who have earned the exclusive top tier gold wristband. It's not just another car, it's an entire piece of the world held back as the final reward, the ultimate prize. The very existence of an area you have to earn access to is a powerful motivator for anybody to complete the game, new to the series or old. This structure perfectly complements the Japanese setting. Car culture in Japan is deeply rooted in earning respect, whether in toge battles on Mountain Road or at a car meet. Think of Fast and Furious. I'll take your car and the respect. Because to some people, respect is more important. It's the fundamentals of Forza. The game will reflect this with features like in-game car meets, where you can show off your ride, and toge battles against festival legends. You're not just racing, you're earning your place in the culture. Forza Horizon 6's nobody approach is more than just a story. It's a direct response to years of community feedback and a deep understanding of what makes a journey satisfying. By making us start as an unknown tourist, Playground Games isn't taking things away, they're giving us something far more valuable: a purpose. They're restoring the sense of accomplishment that comes from fighting your way from the bottom to the very top. They're making cars feel valuable again, not just as disposable toys, but as hard-earned trophies. And they're giving us a world in Japan that isn't just a sandbox, but a challenge to be conquered. The journey from a tourist to a legend with access to the fabled Legend Island is the most exciting prospect for the Forza Horizon franchise in a decade. It proves that sometimes, to become a legend, you have to start as a nobody. And I can't wait to see you on the road as we approach the game's release. Early access for Premium Edition users starts on the 15th of May, with everybody else getting the game on the 19th. PlayStation users, you will be getting the game later in 2026 when they port the game officially, but for now you're going to have to sit tight, wait and enjoy what is good about Forza Horizon 5, because I know I've been heavily negative, but it's not that bad. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you all did enjoy it. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, you know the rest. Everyone else told you millions of times, I am sure. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one, and I'll see you all in Japan in May. I'm going to get the Premium Edition and I'm going to be there on the 15th.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.